white men were dragged out of their homes. You tell me which one of them got dragged all the way across an ocean and told that you are going to go and work. We are going to steal your wives. We are going to rape your wives. That didn't happen. That is oppression.
Peace, peace, Black people. Welcome to your mindless world, the Jelly Moose's Cafe. We are our ancestors. It's good to be Black in the land of the living once again. And that was none only than the wonderful Miss Jasmine Crockett. I do not own the rights to that video. Of course, you can find that on the full video on YouTube. And you see her picture on the front along beside the wonderful Queen Ayanna Presley. Now, what prompted me to do this video tonight was that, again, in the things that have happened in the last few days, we have seen the salute from President Elon Musk. And as I mentioned in one of the previous episodes, that from a certain group of people, nothing has been said about his awkward moment, as the ADL says it is. But you know what? I'm finding that people that aren't even a part of that group, but have the same skin tone as that group, they're kind of quiet too. Yeah, they're a little quiet too. Now, the pastor, the bishop that talked to uh, Junior Vice President Donald Trump at the church and kind of gave him a come to Jesus moment and gave him a comeuppance, as they would say. Uh, he got his little fresh jaw slapped, and rightly so. I think she did an amazing job of telling him, where to go and how to get there. And so a lot of people are celebrating her, and rightly so. I'm not taking anything away from this woman. Again, I think she did a phenomenal job at what she said to uh, Junior elect President Trump. And I find it really, really weird that President Elon Musk wasn't at the service. I thought he was joined together at the hip with Junior Vice President, but he was not there at the. If he was not sitting with the family. But I digress. But a lot of people, people that look like me, are really, really celebrating her. And again, she should be celebrated. She should also be prayed for because, he has a temper and he likes to go after people that don't like him. So praying for her safety. But what a friend of mine put on Facebook when I shared the picture of the bishop, she said that she was our modern day hero. Now, my friend that I'm speaking of does not look like me. Uh, she said that she is our modern day hero, and I had to correct her. And I told her, I said, what she did was great. However, Miss Jasmine Crockett and Miss Ayanna Presley do this every day on the Senate floor. They confront racism every day on the Senate floor. They so eloquently, the same way the bishop did, can reduce these uh, Ray to the cis white non supremacists to a pile of rubble. So these are my heroes. These are my heroes. Again, applaud the bishop, but Black women and Black men, don't ever let them tell you who your heroes are. These two women never get the recognition that they deserve because they are on the Senate, in the Senate House. They are fighting for our rights. And you never see, not even people, I've seen people that look like me, women that look like me, that have changed their profile picture to the bishop. We'll just let that sit there and marinate for a minute. Black women have changed their profile picture to the bishop. Okay. I know who I am and I know who is fighting for me. Now, when the bishop spoke about her plea to Junior Vice President elect Trump was to have mercy. And the groups of people that she asked him to have mercy on was the LGBTQ community and then the immigrants. And that kind of was it. And then the next day or the next few days, he is signing paperwork like he is at a bookstore signing his number one best-selling book. And he signed a lot of things that rolled back laws that affect African Americans. And a lot of people who claim to be our allies really quiet about it. They haven't said, "Oh, that's terrible. Oh my God, how awful." It's awful for him to, deport the immigrants, and it's awful that he full rights and laws that affect the LGBTQ community. And I know that there's African Americans that are a part of, or Africans or melanated people that are a part of those groups as well. But they will see you as a Black person before they ever see you as part of the LGBTQ community or as an immigrant. They will see you as the N word first. So I haven't heard a lot from people who claim to be our allies upset about the DEI rollback, about potentially uh, taking away federal observance of certain holidays. I'm sure that next year, Dr. King's birthday will be on the chopping board, which is probably why he is trying to declassify the uh, the files for Dr. King, for John F. Kennedy, and RFK, and RFK's son is in his cabinet. Somebody make it make sense. I don't know. But I do know that he's trying to declassify Dr. King's records is because he wants to find a gotcha moment and wants to see if there's something in there that can discredit him so that he can remove his name as a holiday, maybe remove street signs, schools, being taught about in school. More than likely, that holiday will be removed next year as a federal holiday. Juneteenth may be removed this year as a federal holiday. You can pretty much best believe they will not be singing um, Lift Every Voice before the Super Bowl. That's not going to happen anymore. Um, so, a lot of things they're rolling back that really are affecting African Americans. But again, the white people that claim to be our allies are truly silent. And one thing about them, when they are really opposed to something, they are very, very vocal. They were truly opposed to when they changed the law of Roe versus Roe v. Wade, and they were very vocal about that. But they're again silent. So be careful of who you share information with people, that look like you and the people that don't look like you, because some people that look like you, all to say all skin folk and kinfolk, you got some Akuna Matatas in your midst. I know that because I've seen them. They don't have to wait for the files to come out about Dr. King. They're already discrediting him. I have seen so many Black people talk so negatively about Dr. King and have said nothing about what 47 is doing to the Black community. I am so disheartened by a time that we should be coming together as people and we are tearing down who our heroes are, regardless of what Dr. King did in his personal life, that's between him and Coretta. I do know that he did fight for us. Um, the ones that told us not to vote for Kamala, you know, again because the things that 47 is doing hasn't affected them yet. So they're feeling pretty good about themselves because it hasn't affected them yet. It will. As my mother used to say, live long enough, it'll come to your door. But I wanted to just today just pay homage to Queen Ayanna Presley and Queen Jasmine Crockett, that they're staring down the barrel of racism every day, much like Ida B. Wells and Fannie Lou Hamer did back in, you know, the early 1900s. These are our heroes. These are our modern day sheroes. Let them have the bishop. These women are fighting for our civil rights and trying to make sure that we keep what we have. All right, so that's it. I just wanted to come on and just pay homage to these beautiful women and thank them for their service in fighting for us. I pray for them that they stay protected. All right. And that's it. All right. So until next time, you know the drill. Love yourself, love each other. Give yourself some grace, give each other some grace. We are our ancestors. Honor your ancestors, they'll honor you. Stay warm, stay cold, wherever you are. I understand tonight the planets are supposed to line up and you should be able to see all of the planets. I don't know how that's going to work, but I might step outside and see what I can see. I'll probably just see the moon, and that's probably going to be it. But you're supposed to be able to see all of the planets. And until next time, people, stay black and love each other. We got this. We got this.